In this video, I'll show you how to cook spaghetti the Filipino way. It's yummy, trust me, and we're doing that right now. Hey, what's up? Time for Lockdown Munchies once again. My name is Minced, and if it's your first time here on this show, I give you the tastiest food ideas this side of the community quarantine. Been a while since we whipped something up, so today I'm going to make some pasta a la Torres, my take on Filipino-style spaghetti. Yes, we Filipinos have our own way of making pasta. Mostly we use spaghetti, but I believe in being flexible because it's you who will be eating it, not me. If you want to add or delete ingredients, of course you may do so, but I will show you how I'll make my version, so here we go. So let's begin with our ingredients. Pasta. Of course, I'm using spaghetti, around 250 to 300 grams. Good for 2 or 3 people of average appetite. It's a debate whether to break your pasta or not, but Filipino style don't care. We bastardized it already, might as well go all in. So break it in half it is. Some onion, really doesn't matter what kind, but I like to use red onion, which is not usually used for cooking, but I like the pungent and strong flavor that it gives off. Garlic. Filipinos love garlic. It's in most dishes that we cook. In my household, you can say it's the foundation of the flavor profile that Mama Torres creates. So yeah, I love to put a lot of garlic in my spaghetti. I put it in this manual food processor that I got in a Christmas bazaar back around a few years ago. Very handy, just pull it a few times and it'll mince the ingredients well. Spaghetti sauce, of course. I'm using a couple of cups of creamy, cheesy tomato sauce, which you could replicate by adding around half a cup of cream and half a cup of cheese to spaghetti ragu. Some hot dogs, maybe a couple of pieces. Slice them. For more authentic flavor, look for the TJ Jumbo hot dog kind. But whatever hot dog you have in your country, go ahead and use it. Now, most people use ground beef, but I like to twist things up and use Philippine sausages or longganisa. I believe vegan longganisa is the best to use. Or a combo, ground beef, longganisa, why not? Okay, so it'll be best if you cook the sausages first. It's easy, just poke them and just, add some water, boil them, and then fry them. If you want, you can peel off the casing. But what I did here is that I already pre-cooked it, and then afterwards I had it cool down, then put it in the refrigerator. It makes the sausage a little more firm and you can slice it up better. Some dried basil and oregano. Of course, some salt and pepper to taste. Some form of sweetener like sugar or some condensed milk maybe. Yes, because Filipino spaghetti is more on the sweet side. Usually some go for a substantial amount of sweetener, but I like mine a little bit salty, so I limit it to about a couple of teaspoons of condensed milk. Some cheese. We ran out of processed cooked milk cheese, so I have here this brand of filled cheese. I'm not sure how much actual cheese is in here, but it's yellow enough, so let's do this. Don't forget to reserve some for the garnish. Now, first you need to boil about 4 to 5 cups of salted water depending on how much pasta you got. Then you place the noodles in, reduce the heat, and stir occasionally. This is so that they won't stick to each other, because trust me, it's not gonna be good if they do. Boil them for usually 8 to 10 minutes. Now, some folks like their noodles soft, but I like mine a little firm, so I take them out a little earlier, around 7 minutes in. Drain and reserve some of the pasta water, you'll need it later, around half a cup. For the sauce, start with heating up some oil, maybe some olive oil or canola, that's best to use, but if not, vegetable oil will do as well. Once it's hot enough, around a couple of minutes maybe, drop the meats in. You gotta saute them first. Start with the ground beef, saute it a bit until it's a little done, then add your vegan longganisa, and finally the hot dogs. Once they all look cooked enough, add the onion and the garlic. Slosh around for another minute or so. Then you add your spaghetti sauce. Mix it around, then add some of the cheese, herbs, and the sweetener. Add some pepper to taste as well. Mix them around until it starts to boil or the cheese and the sweetener are well incorporated to the sauce. Then add the noodles. Make sure the sauce is evenly distributed. Finally, pasta water. The starch and the water make your sauce cling to the pasta even more and give it that umami kick you definitely didn't know you wanted. Okay, I had to admit I just added a little bit more pasta sauce to this so that it'll have an even color. Now take off the heat and put in a bowl, or in this case, a plate. Garnish with the cheese. Oh yeah. If you're curious about how this tastes, well, time to dig in. It's not as sweet as what I would have expected it to be, but it is very creamy. The sweetness is very subtle with this one. If you like it to be a little sweeter, you have to amp up the sweeteners just a bit more. Maybe add just a little bit more sugar or condensed milk, but this is as creamy as I want it to be. It's perfect. Good move on adding the vegan longganisa, which adds a little smokiness to the pasta dish. So cheesy, so creamy. Love it. I'm a type of guy that loves the combination of cream and tomato sauce, so this one is perfect for me. By the way, for getting value out of this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Overall, of course I like it. Usually we do some sort of a verdict towards the end of the review just to tell you if it's worth eating or not, but this time I think it's gonna be biased if I give something like that because I made this. This is my creation. Again, you can play with the ingredients, but if you want to cook spaghetti the way I do, follow this basic formula. Yeah, sure, drop the sweetener. It's okay, I do that too sometimes. I even take the meats out and just go for garlic and onions. It works too. But this is how I and a lot of other Filipinos do spaghetti. What do you think? You like Filipino spaghetti? Tell me in the comments. And also, I have these recommendations you may want to check out. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any updates. Remember, you can do so much even with just a little imagination. Eat well, and I'll see you guys again soon.